students. So today we're going to learn various clinical features and manifestations of different types of edema. So as you see in this picture, the first picture what is seen is also known as elephantiasis. It occurs due to the lymphatic obstruction following microfilaria. So look at the image. The leg is swollen so much it resembles like a leg of an element. So that is what is known as elephantiasis. Okay, so that case you need to identify the cause and treat the same. So coming to the next case, look at this. Patient's eyes are around the eyes. There is a swelling, what is known as periorbital edema. So this is a scenario you see more likely in a patient's because of renal problems. So especially in a patient of renal failure or nephrotic syndrome or acute nephritic syndrome, you see periorbital pitting edema. So third case what I'm showing is especially seen after the lymphatic dissection following a mastectomy for the infiltrating rectal carcinoma. So those cases you see the skin has become like an orange peel, so it is known as pseudo-orange appearance. So the left last is the X-ray of a patient who is suffering from heart failure. So you see predominantly the batwing appearance of the shadow. So what are known as curly lines A, curly lines B. So those things you see in a patient of acute heart failure. So and the last picture would be what is known as generalized edema, or also known as anasarca. So you see this particular entity in case of nephrotic syndrome, where the patient loses lots of protein in the urine, leading to hypoalbuminemia, so thus reducing the plasma oncotic pressure, leading to the massive fluid accumulation in all over the body. So generalized edema is referred to as anasarca. So these are the different clinical features or manifestations a patient of edema or different types of edema can be seen. So now you are able to identify the cause and appropriate diagnosis for the same. So if I post you the picture of different varieties, at least you could able to identify the type of edema. So now we study what is the difference between the hyperemia and congestion. So though the words resemble each other but they are not synonymous, hyperemia is more of an active process due to arteriolar vasodilatation. So if take for example skeletal muscle exercise, whereas congestion is mainly because of stasis. As you see, specifically in a case of chronic venous congestion of the lung and liver, the affected organ would be dusky red in color. Okay, thank you for listening my lecture, and please post me or suggest me if there are any feedback. I'd like to know and improve my next presentation. Thank you all.